What is your sense of what they may be considering there at number 6?
Greeny, the Eagles are never going to rule out a quarterback option. Their entire history backs this up. Going way back, go back to the Andy Reid days when they had, Donovan McNabb and Kevin Cobb, and they draft Nick Foles. They got Michael Vick. I mean, like they always have more quarterback than they need. You mentioned Hurts is the only one on the roster. They will add to that, whether it's in the draft or in free agency or both. And I think if we know anything about the Eagles, who drafted Jalen Hurts with a high pick last year when they thought they were locked in on Carson Wentz forever, if there's a quarterback there at number 6 that they think is the long-term answer, potentially, I would not be surprised to see them take him. I think everything's on the table, and you can take Howie Roseman at his word, given the Eagles' history.
Okay, so then let's get deeply into this here. We know this is a team where they are with a great number of holes. So Mike Tannenbaum, if you're evaluating this situation, the 2 top quarterbacks in this draft clearly figure to be off the board by the time we get to 6, and that is Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson. But let's say Justin Fields is on the board and you're the Eagles and you're at number 6. How are you handling it?
I'm drafting a quarterback, and I see a little bit different than Dan. They didn't take more quarterbacks than they needed. Their quarterback depth earned them a Super Bowl title. To their credit, Nick Foles was able to replace Carson Wentz, and it's a core belief of that organization. So if it's going to be Trey Lance or Justin Fields, I would not be surprised at all, Greeny, if they took a quarterback, even though they do believe in Jalen Hurts. Their philosophy won them a title, so I don't think they're going to deviate from their philosophy, and I think they believe that's going to be opportunistic of them if there's a great quarterback sitting there at 6.
How about you, Canty? If there's a quarterback sitting there they like, do they take him at 6 if it's your decision?
Yeah, I take a quarterback at 6, and I see it the same way that Mike T does. I think they have to improve the talent level in that quarterback room. Jalen Hurts hadn't done enough in the 4 games for me to anoint him as my future franchise quarterback, and if you look ahead to the 2022 quarterback class, this might represent the last best chance that Howie Roseman has to significantly upgrade the talent level in that room for the next couple of years. So I don't think they can pass on the opportunity. If Justin Fields is there or Trey Lance is there, they should absolutely take one of those guys and let them compete with Jalen Hurts for the job.
Mike T, let me throw a different idea at you, which is that pick, if it could turn into, on draft night, if that pick could turn into Justin Fields or Trey Lance or Mac Jones, any of the highly touted quarterbacks here, it also will be highly desired by a lot of other teams. If you're a team with a lot of holes, you could trade back a little bit and probably try to fill a few more of those. Would you expect them to be fielding calls for that pick?
Absolutely, and Green, that's what's so much fun. From 2 to 11 is where the draft really, that's where all the action's going to happen. The Jets at 2, San Francisco is at 11. You have Denver, Carolina, Atlanta. All these teams are going to need quarterbacks. So if I'm Philly, I could maybe go back to 8 and get a quarterback. But as Chris just said, if they're convicted to go get a quarterback, if you go back too far, I think San Francisco could come up, Carolina could, and now you're going to be stuck without a quarterback. So there's going to be so much action between 2 and 11. It's going to be a ton of fun, and these quarterbacks are going to go fast.
Philadelphia feels like the spot, that 6th spot, feels like one of the spots to watch to see if someone wants to trade up and get one of the quarterbacks. We will see what they wind up deciding to do. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.